So you think people want your kids gay?
No, I'm just saying I don't want like I don't want to get into this because I'm frank I don't enjoy arguing with you because you're very frustrating. I'm just saying I want to be left alone. That's my point.
You want to be left alone. What does that mean?
It means I don't want people to tell me like
You want
that
to,
I have
yeah,
to
be whatever, right?
that my kids have to be gay or whatever. I don't know.
Right, but
Just an
nobody's
example.
saying that,
Is
right?
what?
No, nobody's saying that. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, I'll give you an example. If I were to send my kids to public school, I don't want for my 6-year-old to be exposed to a book talking about like gay sex
Right,
or
but that's not
anything like
happening, is
that.
it?
That is happening.
Really? Where?
That is happening. Look it up. I'm sure there's a book that went viral
Look
for
it
like it
up.
was in elementary schools and it was teaching kids about like
You
sex
seem to have a
and stuff,
really,
and I just don't want that.
yeah, you seem to have a really good grasp on the topic
On reality.
because you're prepared to school your kids because of some anecdote that you are telling me to quote look up because you. I mean, do you have any other specifics to guide my research?
You could just look it up. I'm sure it's easy to find.
Okay, can you guys look it up? Is there an epidemic of 6-year-olds learning about sex?
It's specifically
No,
a
no,
book,
no, 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 no,
a
no,
book
no.
that is teaching kids to be gay.
Are you referring to the books in Dearborn, Michigan?
Dearborn? Is it just something that happened in
I know you're
Dearborn?
from Detroit. That's why I asked.
Hold on.
Go
No, I
ahead.
didn't. I've never seen this in person. I've only seen this on the internet. So hold on.
Okay.
Let me look.
Well, I don't. Well, there's a lot of people who are scared. I've heard that point before. It's like I don't want my kids to go to public school and then like they become gay. They get tricked to become gay or trans or something. And well, you say that there was a 6-year-old's learning about gay sex or something, and it's ruining society. So let's look into that.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. No, I did not say that. I didn't say that it was ruining society. You're just like, oh my God, this is
Wait,
so
hold on.
frustrating.
Hold on.
You take you take one piece of information from what I've said, and then you create like this absolute version, the absolute wrong version
Can
of
I
what
play
I said.
something for you?
And it's
That's
so
related.
frustrating.
Let me play something that's related.
I was tanning and I just overheard some kids talking loudly. They were talking about something transgender, something gay. I got up and I went and I talked to them and they were like 16, 17. And I asked them, I'm like, I just have a question. How many people are gay at your school? Like how many people are in the LGBT community, would you say? And one kid immediately said like 60%. And I was like, huh? And the kid's like, no, he's exaggerating. And then it's probably like 35, 40%. And I was like, what? Are you serious? Like almost half? And they're like almost half are transgender or gay. And I'm like, bro, I graduated high school like 4 years ago and there was like 3 gay people. What happened?
Yes.
By the way, this is from last year. It says, what the F is happening with gay people? 10 years ago, everyone called them F words, the F slur for gay people in high school. And today, 1 in 6 high schoolers claim to be gay.
1 in 6. So yeah, it's continuing. More and more people.
So do you miss the days when we could call gay people, the F word?
No, I just think it's surprising. I think it's crazy that that's happened. It's been such a popular trend lately.
Yeah, but that's
I
not
mean,
true either, is it? It's not 1 in 6.
No, it is. It is.
Really?
I've
What's
talked
your
to
data?
my cousins that are in high school. I've talked to my cousins in high school. I've talked to strangers that were in high school that go to my school, and a lot of people liked that video and commented on it and said the same thing. I mean, it's a lot more people are gay and transgender these days than before, and I thought it was surprising that
30%.
there's such. No, 30% or more sometimes. There was such a spike in it, which I thought was crazy and surprising considering gay people can't reproduce. So it's interesting to see that there's such a spike in it. And I was curious about it.
But the obvious answer would be that it's becoming more acceptable to come out of the closet, so to speak.
Yeah, it's becoming more acceptable and it's becoming more of a trend and more people are saying like, hey, this is, I don't know, yeah, whatever. I think it's also becoming more acceptable, but it's more of a trend now.
You said it's not genetic, sexuality is programmed. I wasn't into girls when I was 12 weeks old, right? I mean, you're a baby. Why would you want to fuck women at 12 weeks? If a baby human was kept in a white room until he turned 18, he wouldn't have a sexuality. I think he'd be fucking brain dead.
He would just be an animal. Yeah, no. Yeah, it would just be straight limbic system.
Well, there's actually studies, right, of when there was like a wolf girl or something who wasn't exposed, or she was kept in a basement or something, and she lost the ability to speak. So of course they wouldn't have any sexuality.
Well, there was actually they tried to do the study and it had to stop because they didn't give any interaction to the children, and the children would just die even though they were getting enough food or air. Like they just needed affection and love. So the study couldn't even be finished. I looked it up.
So
It was too like inhumane.
So you say
That I tweeted that. I tweeted that because people think they're born gay, and I don't think they're born gay.
So people are not born gay; they choose to be gay.
I don't think people are born gay. Yeah, I think that
they choose
it's
to be
it's a
gay.
life choice. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and so why would someone want to choose that? Especially if you go back like 20 years ago, right? Like, or like 50 years ago. If you go back all the way,
Do you know, Ethan, why I read on that long time ago? It's guys that don't have tight relationships with their father, from what I remember.
they end up gay.
Right. That's one of the.
Jimmy.
What? Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I
to
don't
say?
know.
Let's back it up a little bit there.
No,
Do you
I
not have a good
remember as a
relationship with your
kid.
father,
I remember
Ethan?
as a kid.
No, not.
reading
I mean,
on
it's
it.
okay. It's not like
I didn't mean anything bad by it, but a commonality I saw from when I was in my 20s, because I was never gay, was like.
Jimmy.
Did I say something bad?
I'm just trying to help you.
Okay, then I'm not going to say anything. I'm sorry.
No. You're good.
That's just what I remember.
I'm gonna go take a piss.
All right, go ahead. I want to unpack this with you. This is interesting.
Damn.
Sorry if I
I haven't peed once. By the
Second
way.
P. Yeah, he's on his second P right now.
Can I? Okay, so check this out. Here, I want to hit you with something about the gay thing.
Okay.
So listen, left-handed people, the amount of left-handed people back in the day was really low. Because people with
Okay.
left-handed were seen as inferior, and they were forced to use their right hand more often. But as it became
Okay.
more acceptable and people realized left-handed people weren't demons, then the amount of left-handed people increased, and it became steady at what, like 10% or something?
12%.
12% is left-handed. It went up astronomically
Wait.
all of a sudden. and
What
then
did it go for? From what to what? From what percent to 12%?
It went from about 3% to 12%, so a fourfold
So
increase.
4 times. Wow. Interesting.
And people don't. Would you say people choose to be left-handed?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, but that'd be silly. Why would you choose to be left-handed? It's like just a silly
I don't know.
thing.
I think it's. I mean, they could choose to be left-handed, or maybe they. I don't know. Maybe
Can I
they're
ask
just
you,
born.
if you
I
go
don't know.
back, what was the Turing guy who invented he invented computers?
Alan
So,
Turing.
Yeah, he was a closeted gay man, and
Yeah, he was gay.
when he came out, he was like lobotomized and ostracized, and
Yeah.
so why would someone like that choose to be gay? I wonder.
I don't know. They felt that it was who they truly were inside, probably, and
that a
that's where they
choice?
felt comfortable.
So wait, if it's someone's
yeah, maybe.
if somebody's being true to their inner
is it not a
self, how
choice?
is that a choice?
How is it not? I mean, they're deciding that this is the way that they're going to express like who they really are. This is what they're going to do.
Do you choose
What do
every
you
day
mean?
to be attracted to women?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I'm just naturally attracted to women.
Right. So do I need to connect the dots, or you got it?
Let me think about it. Hold on.
Go
Let
ahead.
me collect my thoughts.
Go ahead. It's all good. Take your time. Because you're so close. You said
I
there's-
wasn't. Well, the thing is, I wasn't born straight though. Like going back to the tweet, it's something that I've developed, and now that I'm mature in it, and I'm secure in my attraction to women. I wasn't born being attracted to women. I wasn't born with the sexuality, and I think that you kind of just figure it out, and then yeah, you like based on the way you grow up in your environment or whatever happens to you in life, you go one or the other way. I read a statistic. You guys, you can have your team look it up, but it was like a majority of people that are part of the LGBTQ have had like some sort of traumatic sexual experience in their life, or they have some sort of traumatic event happen in their life that greatly influences their coming out or their decision or whatever to be whatever it is that they want to be. And also, although it's a very small portion of the population of them, which I think it's like, I don't know what percent it is. They are responsible for a majority of like the sexual what is the word? Like sexual cases, like molestation, like sexual abuse cases, like they're responsible for it, which would just mean that it would make sense because if they were sexually abused, then they would be more likely to sexually abuse.
So
I'm sure you learned that in therapy.
You think gay
So,
people are more likely to be abusive to children?
sexually abusive? I think that's a statistic. Yeah, I think that's true. I believe so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not true. Because
Look
let
it
me
up.
ask, I'll fact check that, but do kids choose their upbringing?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
kids don't choose their upbringing, and then they become adults, and then they have this inner commitment. They want to be true to themselves inside them to be gay. So at what point are they choosing to be gay?
I don't know, Ethan, and I don't. You're gonna try to frame me as like someone that doesn't like gay people. I don't have anything against gay people at all. If someone wants to be gay, they should be gay, and that's fine. If it makes them happy, then do that. I have friends that are gay, so I don't know. Like you're in this podcast, you're gonna try to make me look bad, but it's not gonna work here. 'Cause
Literally
I don't have
just
I don't have anything against gay
I'm
people.
having a conversation with stuff you said. For example, there's this idea that gay people are predators. That's super homophobic and actually super wrong, right? There's no credible scientific study or evidence that suggests that lesbian, gay, bisexual, or trans people are more likely to sexually abuse children than heterosexual. In fact, research has consistently shown that sexual orientation is not a predictor of sexual offending of a child. It's the American Psychological Association, among other professional organizations, has stated that there's no empirical evidence to support the notion that homosexuality is a risk for child sexual abuse.
So I found a study actually that I read that said there's 4 environments the child can grow up in, right? Or more than that, but you could have married male, female. You could have unmarried male, female, married male, male, married female, female. And the absolute best case scenario for a child, the best environment was married male and female for various reasons. And that the worst environment was unmarried female and female. And they reported that they followed these kids throughout their lives, and they saw that these kids were often more depressed. They had more anxiety. They had trouble paying attention in school, and et cetera, et cetera. So I read that study.
They get bullied.
I could forward
if it's
that
true, which I don't think it is.
No,
it's probably
I think
because the kids get bullied for having gay parents.
So I'll link you the study and you could read it. I don't think it's necessarily because they get bullied for having gay parents. It could be because the man gives something that the child needs and the woman gives something that the child needs, and that's just the best scenario for the child, as it's always been since the birth of our species. It's always been this way, and that's why it's probably still the best way.
Right, but
I'll send you the study.
Still, let's assume that's true. Like, who cares, right?
Well, you would want your kid to grow up and not.
Well, of course, my kid's going to grow up.
Not be.
I fucked my wife. I mean, I fucked my wife, and we had a kid.
You wouldn't.
It's none of my. You said you just wanted to be left alone, bro. Why do you care?
You're asking me. That's why I'm responding.
Okay. So what do you do with the data? The data has some application.
We have 7 minutes, Ethan. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Can we end it on a good note, or is that out of the question?
No. You're right. Let's move on. It's not that. It's whatever.